back to Tales from the Cassette. I'm Jeff Beach.
I'm Joey Graves.
And this week, we're going to talk about our favorite band. We have a few shows about Kiss. This week, we're going to talk about our top 10 favorite songs from across their entire catalog.
I did not use the solo albums. I could have, but I did not.
I considered them, but I didn't use any songs from them. Yeah, I did not use any songs. So, so we're going to talk about top 10. But before, I thought, what we should do, since we're talking about music and things from, back in the 70s and 80s mostly, is talk about some music news that came out this week. We can do that. Yep. So, a few things, and this is one I know you'll like. You may know, maybe you don't know. But did you know that Enough's Enough's coming out with a new album?
Yes.
Did you know they released?
Yeah, however, I haven't really paid attention to Enough's Enough since Donnie V is no longer with the band.
Mm-hmm. Well, he, from what I understand, he contributed to this new album.
Yes.
And so they released a song this past week called
Shine or Magnificent.
Shine. Yeah, Neil Schon from Journey is on the track, and Robert Fleischman, formerly of Journey and Vinnie Vincent Invasion, are on the track. So, yes, so I listened to that. So I guess Donnie V is in that song as well.
I've listened to it, and it's hard to tell the difference between Robert and Donnie.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. I saw that actually earlier today. Also, there's a new Tron coming out. Did you see that? Preview of that?
No, I did not.
Looks pretty cool. It's crossover. All the previous movies has been about Tron, people going into the Tron world. This one it comes out into our world.
Oh, kind of like Star Trek, the episode, was it 4? When they came back to Earth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one is. So the laser bikes are on, regular streets, and they still have the same capabilities where the thing coming out the back blocks you, and it looks pretty cool. So that is coming out. And then the last thing, and I think I mentioned this actually during our last episode of Women in Rock, that I felt like, Stevie Nicks, even though she's a legend, I wasn't really happy with the way she terminated the end of Fleetwood Mac. So, but there must be something going on in that realm, because Buckingham and her were sharing media posts this week. So some sort of it sounded almost like they were working on updating their Buckingham Nicks album, which they had right before they joined Fleetwood Mac.
Oh.
So who knows? Who knows? Maybe there's some makeup there, though. Maybe.
Well, maybe the magic can return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think they'll do Fleetwood Mac without Christine McVie alive, but, maybe they'll do some things. It sounded like Mick Fleetwood was involved, so, who knows? Who knows? So, but that's all my music news of the week. I didn't have anything else. Anything from you?
No, nothing for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, you'll be ready next time.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to do our top 10 songs. I figure we'll start at the back, number 10, and then on up. Okay. Favorite songs. I would guess, as I was putting this list together, I was thinking that our list may be very, very different, because we have a lot of times our lists are pretty in sync. This one might be all over the place.
Yes, I think so.
Yes. All right. Well, without further ado, let's hear our top 10 favorite Kiss songs. We're not going to hear them unless you sing them. But let's start with you. You're number 10. Right.
So I was going back. I'll do a number 11. Number 11, I was going back and forth with should be 10 or 11.
Okay.
My just outside the top 10 will be Master and Slave from Carnival of Souls.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
really good song.
Yeah, I
And,
did not put that one
and
on there. I did consider it.
but my number 10
Okay.
is Forever.
Hmm. Really? Okay. I heard this on the actual radio the other day. Sirius radio.
I think it's
Um,
a great song. It's something totally different from them for them.
mhm.
Acoustic. Um, Bruce Kulick's solo is fantastic. The video is great. Just
Mhm.
hit on all everything.
That's on Hot in the Shade.
Hot in the shade. Huh?
Hot in the Shade. Which we're gonna do an album review of that one of these days. Who wrote that one?
Paul Stanley and Michael Bolton.
Oh, Michael Bolton. Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, very nice. Did and I think in that time, yeah, I would assume that the Four played on that album or that song. No,
As
no
far as I,
guest.
as far as I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. No guest musicians there. I like Forever. It's not in my top 10 though.
Okay.
All right. Well, my number 10 comes from the album right after this, and that is Unholy.
Mhm.
Is my number 10 song, which is a return to. It's probably one of their hardest songs they've got in their entire catalog. And it's a return to hard rock, really, from what they were doing on Crazy Nights and Hot in the Shade. I love the beat and rhythm of that song and how hard in fact, I watched the music video as I was putting this together, and it's just, yeah, it's a really good song. And I love, like, in the middle of it, you kind of hear, like,
Mhm.
I think as they're getting ready to go to the guitar solo, you can almost hear, like, what I think is almost like a sound like from the Creatures album, where they've got the break in there right before they do
Right.
the guitar solo.
Well, it's a Vinnie Vincent thing.
It is, yeah. So
Yes.
in fact, Paul
Mhm.
or Gene sings this song. This was their first release off Revenge, and Gene and Vinny wrote this song,
Yep. Return of Vinnie Vincent
"Return of Vinnie Vincent." So he
for a short
co-wrote
period of
he co-wrote 3 songs on this album, I believe. Um, He
time. I just
also
wanna
one
and
more.
Heart of
Heart of
Chrome.
Chrome. Heart of Chrome. Yep, good, very good. So yes, so
Woo.
that's my number 10.
All right. My number 9 is Tomorrow off Unmasked.
Oh, I like that. I did consider that song. I did consider that one.
It's a
That's one
great
of
song.
my. That's a great song. Um, the yeah, not a huge fan of the Unmasked album. I listened to that recently, the whole thing, and it is it's fine. But there are a couple of songs like that on there. That yeah, Tomorrow is really good.
Well, tomorrow could have been on Paul's solo album.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
sounds just like his solo album. So if it
it
was
does.
just produced a little better and a little harder edged, it'd
Yes.
have been fit right in with Paul's solo album. So
Assume Paul wrote
same,
that.
same.
Anybody write it with him?
I would have to check on that. I believe there was a co-writer, but I can't remember. Probably Vinny Poncia or something. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well,
Yeah, Vinny Poncia wrote a number of the songs on Dynasty, so perhaps he was still helping out around that time.
it was a single. It was a third single from that
Oh,
album.
it was okay.
Yeah, songwriter Paul Stanley, Vinny Poncia. I was right.
There you go. There you go. Good, good guess. All right. Well, then my number 9 is I Stole Your Love
Hmm.
from
Love Gun.
Love Gun. I Stole Your Love from Love Gun. Written by Paul Stanley. So
Mm-hmm.
no additional writers on there. Great opening. It's funny as I was like making my list because my favorites are a little bit tainted by some of their live versions as well.
Well, we'll go into that a little later.
Okay. So, because there's a few songs that I'm not a huge fan of the studio version, but whether a live version, either on one of their live albums or their unplugged album, are better than the other version. Now, I stuck to studio stuff mainly, but I Stole Your Love off of Alive 2. Great song. Great song. The video for that is awesome too. So that is my, of course, this is where they were. We've talked about it in the past with their albums. This is their heyday, and they were, just huge at this time of their careers, and coming off of, Destroyer, and then Rock and Roll Over, and then this came out, and then Alive 2 came out, all in the same year of Love Gun. So that is my number 9.
And the opener of Hot in the Shade tour, usually.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I Stole Your Love.
I Stole Your Love. Okay. I know they use that as an opener on some of their tours when they recorded Alive 2.
All right. Well, here's where we're starting to go into the live.
Oh, you're going to give me a live version? All right.
So I put Sure Know Something, but off of Unplugged.
Okay. Not the studio
I love
version.
that version of Sure Know Something on Unplugged.
That is a great version.
Yes.
I love the like the backing vocals on that, and and how they're just kind of humming along there as they're as Paul's singing. I think that is an awesome. I always love that song.
I guess we could call it an outro, but when Bruce and Paul are playing and it's kind of leading to the end of the song, that is I guess it's an outro. Just a great vibe to that song on the Unplugged version.
That one, I wonder if have they played that at all in their later shows? I'm sure they were playing it around there. I don't know that I've heard that song in concert, whether we saw them in the 80s and 90s or even as they went out masked up again.
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe in one of those meet and greets before a show or something, but I've never been to one. So,
yeah, I've never been to one either. We did talk about, should we go to Vegas? They still don't have enough there that I'd want to go out to that show yet, but it does look good. There's still more announcements coming, I believe. Okay, my number, where are we at? 8. My number 8 is Strutter. Their first song off their first album is still, it's funny that you listen to that song and you're like, wow, this is like the beginning, and this is where, they kind of got it all started, and how good that sounds, and still sounds good today. And of course it's usually played in their tour on concert. It's usually played live. I thought it was funny that it wasn't recorded for Unplugged. Would have been a really good one for that.
it would have been.
Yeah, but that's a good one. So that is Gene and Paul wrote that one together, and first song off that first album, and so shows up on, I guess as I was doing this, I saw that the other people had done rankings and all this, and so it pops up as one of their best songs on another list and all of that. So I do like Strutter. I realized it had been a long time since I listened to the 78 version of Strutter, and I need to go back and listen to that again, because as it came up as I was doing this review, and
double platinum.
Yes.
Yeah. Strutter 78. I think that's what the actual title of
Strutter 78. Yes. Yeah. So this one's all over their albums. So Strutter shows up on their first album. It's on Alive. It's on Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits. It's on Greatest Kiss box set, Very Best Kiss, Kiss Symphony, and then a whole bunch of others, Kiss Alive, the 1975 2000. I don't know what that one is. Kiss Alive 35. So, and speaking of, there was I don't know, I saw there was an announcement. Eddie Kramer said that they're working on a 50th release of Alive this year. So they're going to re-release Alive and then have all the a bunch of stuff like that they recorded for it,
right?
That wasn't on the album. That would be cool. That
Yeah.
would be cool. So he's been digging around in that. So that's
That's
my
good.
number 8.
That's good that Eddie Kramer's involved.
Yes, yeah, he was. I guess he was doing an interview and let loose to say, "Hey, I've been working on Alive, and we're putting this together for release this fall."
Well, I'll go old school as well for my next one.
All right.
Firehouse.
Oh yeah, I like Firehouse. Firehouse, I like better live.
Well, I really like when you watch the what's the name of that show that they appeared on in '74? Midnight Special, I think.
Mm-hmm. And the lights.
Yeah, that Firehouse is fantastic. They really knocked it out of the park when they appeared on that show. But Firehouse is just there's a good groove to it. So
yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I do like that live. Of course, they play that live a lot as well. It fits well with their concert routine where they can do the smoke and everything and the lights on stage, and then Gene comes out and blows the fire. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. I thought about that one. That was a potential on my list. My next one, so we're at number 7, is Sure Know Something. And I stuck with studio version. So, but the unplugged version is one of my favorite. That is. But I did do Sure Know Something, written by Paul Stanley and Vinnie Poncia, back then as well. Anton Fig plays drums on this track. Yes. And Vinnie Poncia also plays keyboards, which I was trying to think as I saw that. I was like, I don't know that I recognize the keyboards in this studio version.
I guess they're so faint that you may not pick it up.
Yeah, the lead guitar on this song is Paul Stanley. They didn't have a lot of Ace Frehley going. He did play some guitar on it. At least he got some credit for it and some vocals. But lead guitar and rhythm guitar is Paul Stanley. Yeah. So that's my number 7.
All right.
So now we're at number 6 for you.
I've always loved Rocket Ride more than Shock Me. Rocket Ride is a great song.
Yeah.
So that is my only Ace Frehley appearance on my list.
Rocket Ride's good off of Live 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. The fourth side. Yeah.
Yeah, the fourth side. Not the live. It's not live. But Rocket Ride. I don't know. I wonder if they played that live at any time.
I believe so.
Yeah. Probably back then.
I think they did it. No. I think during the early, like before Ace left the last time, they did when it was Ace and Eric Singer on the drums, they did some kind of they did little pieces of parts and pieces of songs. But I don't think they played it fully. But
yes, yeah, they I like that. So Rocket Ride is a good one. Yeah, and as I was putting this list together, I was kind of like, okay, I go to pick a Kiss song. Which one do I go to first? And that's kind of how I did it.
Yeah.
Because I've got a playlist that I've got of all my favorite Kiss songs. And so I made a list that has, let's see how many songs it has on it. It has 4 hours and 25 minutes. It doesn't tell me how many songs. And so I started there, and then I went back through each album and just looked to see, okay, did I miss something that I would have wanted to include? So, but my number, I was looking that up and then I lost my spot. My number 6 is Making Love from Rock and Roll Over.
Hmm.
The last
I've
one.
never really connected with that song. I don't know.
No, I love the rhythm of that song and the guitar work that Ace does in that song. I think it's great. And that is the one, the whole time. I mean, that song, they are just really jamming during that song. I think we've talked in the past, Kiss not really a jam band where they just go and play. But this is almost like the one where they did the last song on side 2. They played this live on their last tour. And the rhythm of that, at the end as they're done, they're not singing anymore and they're just jamming. I love that beat to that song. Yeah, that is good. Written by Paul Stanley and somebody with the last name of Delaney. I didn't know who that was.
Sean Delaney.
Sean Delaney. Okay.
Sean Delaney he used to be, he's actually the person like they use for the choreography that on Deuce.
Okay.
He was actually
okay.
choreography, and he was also Bill O'Coin's boyfriend.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, he wrote 3 songs on this album. He wrote Mr. Speed, and he wrote Take Me, which is another song that I considered in my top. Actually, if I have like a go-to album, this is usually like one of my first go-to albums. And so there's a lot of songs on here I think that are good. I only used one for my top 10, but
I considered Mr. Speed.
Yep. Okay.
Sean Delaney, I think, also has a solo album, I believe, somewhere in the internet.
Yeah.
I tried to look it up one time. I don't know if I was successful.
Internet region.
It's probably on YouTube.
Yeah. So this was Making Love was not not released as a single from this album, but it did get play. It's on Alive 2. And as I said, it was played in their last tour as well, with big old Rock and Roll Over album cover behind them on stage. It's cool, very cool.
All right, we'll get into my favorite album.
Yeah, we're in top 5 now, right? Top 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go.
Who Wants to Be Lonely?
I knew you'd have that on there.
Grossly overlooked song. It's a great song.
It is a great song. Yes. The off of Asylum, right?
Yep.
Asylum, and which is having its 40th anniversary this year.
Yep.
Yes. 40th anniversary. Yeah, I did not have any I don't think I did we'll talk about it later. But yeah, that's a good song. It is underrated. It's got I considered that one to put on the list because it's on my favorites list as well.
Well, I didn't understand that, like they released Tears Are Falling as a single and a video, of course. And they also had a video for Who Wants to Be Lonely and All Night. But I don't believe they were released as singles. I think only Tears Are Falling was released as a single.
That is true. Yep. The only track to be released for retail as a single. Yeah. And then they did the 3 videos though.
But it doesn't make sense because if Tears Are Falling was, the video was, when you had the
all the time.
What was that show where you call in on MTV and
top 10,
top 10, whatever, and it was always number 1 or up there for a long time, and for a record company not to release another song as a single is just ludicrous to me.
Yeah. I wonder why that happened. It's probably out there somewhere. I don't know why that happened, but you would think they would have released it because they were popular then. They were still riding high from Animalize and Lick It Up, and so they were as popular as any of the other hair bands going on around that time. So weird that they only released one single there.
When we have Bruce Kulick on the show, we'll ask you that.
Okay, all right, we can do that. All right. Well, my number 5 is All Hell's Breaking Loose from Lick It Up.
I considered it.
Yeah,
I didn't put it on my top 10.
I love the rap part of that. You know, it's very different. It's
Yep.
very different Kiss song. It's funny when I guess most, this song was written by all four members of the time. So Eric Carr and Vinnie Vincent, in addition to Paul and Gene. So all contributed. I guess it was really an Eric Carr song that he brought to the band.
Yes.
And when I was doing the research on it, I guess he pictured it more like a Led Zeppelin type song, rock song, and then Paul did the rap to it, and he was appalled that happened. But I guess it worked. The song works really well, and it's very different. They don't really have until they did what? What was the song on? Was it Read My Body or something?
I'll read my body hot in the shade.
Hot in the Shade, yeah. So until they did that, they didn't really have a song like that. So I like it a lot. I think it's a really good song. It's a fun video. Yeah, it's it did not get as much airplay as Lick It Up around that time, but it was a cool song.
I think I read it somewhere that they only played it like 3 times live because there was actually a riot in the crowd. I read it somewhere.
Because they all hell broke loose in the crowd.
All hell broke loose.
All right. So that's my number 5. And then, that one was, of course, the regular band. And then, we talked about songwriters. Okay.
Number 4, Creatures of the Night.
Mm-hmm. Signals They're Back.
Yes.
Yeah. If you listen to Unmasked and, maybe The Elder in there somewhere, and then you started playing Creatures of the Night, you're like, that's not the same band.
It is just a kick-ass song. It's a great opening song, too, if they ever were to not do Detroit Rock City. But Creatures of the Night, fantastic song.
Didn't they play that in one of the concerts we went to?
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah. It was I think it was an opener in the concert for a while.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yep, good song. Who wrote that one?
Who did write it? Well, you got the funny story about the Creatures of the Night song is that actually Steve Ferris from Mr. Mister played the solo.
Oh, yes. Right. Well, there was a lot of flux going on there.
I don't know who wrote it. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
on.
Adam Mitchell.
Okay.
Paul Stanley and Adam Mitchell.
There you go.
Adam Mitchell, who introduced Paul and Gene to Vinnie Vincent.
Ah, okay.
Vinnie Cassano at the time, I guess.
Vinnie Cassano. All right. Well, my number 4, I'm going to go back to Asylum. I hinted at that a moment ago, is All Night.
I thought you were going to the other song from Asylum.
Tears Are Falling?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not a huge fan of that song. It's fine.
Really?
All Night. Fun song. Very, kind of fits with what they were doing in the 70s, and that, it's not, they're not, they're kind of their, sexual cues and all of that. So this one was written by Paul Stanley, Desmond Child, and
Jean Beauvoir.
Yes. Yes. All 3 of them are there. And he was also, Beauvoir was also backing vocals on this song. And they had drum overdubs on this for some reason from an Alan Schwartzberg.
Yeah, he was a session drummer, I believe.
Yep.
I think
I like this. That's definitely, that song comes on. That's an anthem. Yeah.
It's a damn good album. See?
Mm-hmm. So that's my number 4.
All right, number 3. Again, this is the live version.
Oh.
On the Live 2 album.
Okay.
Ladies' Room.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Ladies' Room.
You need to go back and listen to the live version.
Yes, listen to that live 2 version of that song.
Yeah.
There's just something about it that is there's a groove to it, and I've always enjoyed it, that live version more. I mean, I enjoy the album version, but
Yes.
the live 2 version is great.
What album is that one on?
That's a lot. Well, the live 2,
Yeah,
it's on
but
Rock and Roll Over,
Rock and Roll Over. That's right. Okay.
but it's the live 2 version is what I like.
Yeah, I was looking to see who wrote that one. So that was written by just Gene Simmons. Just Gene. All right, I'll go listen to that live version.
Yeah, I like it. Really good.
All right, and then so my number 3 is where we are. Is similar era. The live versions of this song are awesome, but I kept the studio, but the live version of this song is great. Off of Alive 2 as well is Detroit Rock City.
Yeah, I knew you'd have on there.
Yeah, Detroit Rock City is a great song. It's just the whole thing. The lyrics, Paul singing, the guitar during this, multiple solos that take place in this song. It is just such a really good song.
Yeah, well, it's well produced. It's well written. But Bob Ezrin had his fingerprints all over this song.
Yeah, and he wrote this song with Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in addition to
it's great song.
Yeah, so he's so Ezrin plays keyboards on this, and again, I don't know that I hear the keyboards, but yeah, the radio, the version that has the radio in the song, that's Bob Ezrin on the radio. Yeah, so really good song.
Isn't it his son in the beginning as well? Bob Ezrin's son.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But that is my number. That is my number 3. And then, when they released this, it's funny, on the backside was Beth.
People just flipped it over.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to cut that out.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
All right. Number 2.
Oh, you already mentioned it earlier. Unholy.
Okay. That's Unholy. Way up your list. Yeah, that's a good song.
That is a great song. I love it. Yeah. Love the song.
Great song.
By far my favorite song on that album. I remember watching it when we were at Murray State, and it came on MTV, and it was black. The video was in black and white, and it was just kind of evil. It was the return of Gene Simmons to evil Gene Simmons.
Right. Yeah, and he had the goatee, and it was interesting. That whole album was good. It'd been interesting to see if they had stayed together, where the music would have gone. It's hard to tell from the Carnival Soul sessions. Was that just Bruce maybe doing most of the stuff, or what was, would that have been an album if they had really stayed together, or would they have done different things?
Well, think about the leap that they took between, or the change, whatever it was, between Hot in the Shade and Revenge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty big jump.
Huge jump.
And then I think the Sign of the Times was Alice in Chains and Soundgarden and Nirvana. I think Gene had it in his mind, and maybe Bruce as well, that they needed to go more grunge.
Right.
I had Master and Slave almost in my top 10, but
I like the Jungle too.
Yeah, there's only a couple songs on that album that I can listen to and enjoy. So
yes.
But and it wasn't Revenge their top when it debut at number 3 on the charts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was huge.
It was pretty high.
Yeah, it was high.
And then, so the way I think about it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I know. That's why it's just hard to tell if they would have gone the Carnival Souls direction, or if they were really into it. How much would have changed, with the sessions they released there.
Yeah.
My guess is that at some point early on in that session for putting that album together is when it became apparent that it was going nowhere, and they started focusing on the reunion instead. So yeah. All right. Well, my number 2 is "Heaven's on Fire." Yeah, "Heaven's on Fire." Yeah, off of
Animalize.
Animalize. Just great song, best song on that album, I think. Yeah. Mark St. John on guitar. Desmond Child provides some backing vocals in this song and also co-wrote it with Paul Stanley. Another song they play in live, but it's funny, I don't like their live version of this.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I prefer
okay.
the studio.
Studio version's better here, unlike some of the other songs we talked about. When they play this live, I don't think it works real well. It's kind of choppy, and but that is my number 2 song. All right, we are up to number 1.
Are we sure that that Mark St. John played? I guess it says lead guitar, but
yeah, it says he played. Bruce did play on a couple songs on this album, but I think Mark played on this song.
Okay, but I mean, really, there was really no guitar solo in that song.
No.
I mean, I bet you could have shown me. I could have picked it up in half an hour. Yes. I could have played the same solo.
There wasn't. It became apparent.
It fit the song with.
Yeah. So, from what I understand, when they would talk about St. John, is that if he could play it once, it wasn't going to sound the same the second time.
He was a big mistake.
Mm-hmm. Not around long. Good. Not around long. All right. So now it's your number 1.
And you know what it is.
Your favorite Kiss song of all the catalog.
Yep.
Is
Tears Are Falling.
Tears Are Falling. Huh. That didn't even make my top 10.
No, I remember listening to the cassette when I first got it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, typical Kiss songs until Tears Are Falling.
Mm-hmm.
And Tears Are Falling was just so unique and so different than what I'd heard from Kiss in a long time that I gravitated toward that song. And I've been a fan of that song. I've been a fan of the video. I'm a fan of the solo. Again, it just kind of all cylinders were just, it clicked.
Yep. It's a good video. I remember watching that one time, and my parents were nearby, and they were just kind of sitting out of the corner of their eye, and they're like, did they just film the tear going all the way down to her toes? I'm like, I think so. Yes. That is part of the video. Yes, that's a good one. I like Tears Are Falling is good. Did not make my top 10. My number 1, my favorite song, second song off of this album on my top 10 list is Lick It Up.
Wow.
From the Lick It Up album. Yeah, I think it's a great song. There's not a lot to it. We're talking about the solos, and even though Vinny, co-wrote this song with Paul Stanley, and plays guitar on it. Obviously, there's not a lot of guitar.
No, there's
not to his ability. Yeah, it's a great song though. It's Eric Carr, of course, is on the song. They play this one live a lot. It's on the Alive 3 album. It's on their Symphony Alive album. This is the one, of course, premiered on MTV when they took their makeup off.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my. So as soon as we started putting this list together, that was the easiest one. It's like that one goes there, and then I had to start going down, and figure out as I was making my list who was moving around and what was staying where I had it.
Well, if you compare my list and your list is probably more mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Your list is made up of probably more songs that are played live or played well known. I think where mine are a bit more, you know, deeper cuts, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny as I was making this list is because if you ask me overall which music I like better, their 70s or their 80s music, I would tell you 70s. But I think that a few of these songs, like the ones that I had near the top, are so ingrained because that's when I was growing up. That's what I was listening to.
Right.
That those rose up. But as I was making this list today, I love the stuff on, of course, Rock and Roll we talked about, but I love the stuff on Dress to Kill. I considered putting anything for my baby or Love Her All I Can on my list. Dynasty, I like Charisma a lot and Magic Touch. Those are really good songs. I like, it's, I almost put Hide Your Heart on there. So from Hot in the Shade, that's a good one. The song, almost all 4 songs on Killers, I'm a Legend Tonight. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think those songs would have been bigger had they actually been on Creatures. What else did I have? Tomorrow and Tonight. I know you had Tomorrow on there from Unmasked, but Tomorrow and Tonight from Love Gun. Yeah, I like this. So there's a lot of 70 songs that I think is like the 80 songs that I mentioned. They're in my top 10. Those are really the only 80 songs I don't like any of their other stuff. Yeah. not as much. Whereas the 70 stuff I can listen to the entire album.
Well, if you look at our top 10s, no Peter Criss.
None. Nope.
No Peter Criss.
No Peter Criss.
No, and I went back and listened to some Peter Criss stuff, and I will say that Hooligan off of Love Gun is probably the best Peter Criss song.
That's a good song. I like Mainline too, off of Hotter Than Hell.
But that was actually written by Ace Frehley.
Oh, it was, okay. Yeah, so that's good.
I'm pretty sure Mainline by Kiss. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about including some songs off of, I almost put Psycho Circus on the list, the song.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a good rock song. And then also I like a few of their songs off Sonic Boom.
No, Paul Stanley wrote Mainline. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It's kind of a corny song, but I like a lot. Yes, I Know, Nobody's Perfect from Gene Simmons' song on Sonic Boom.
Boom, yeah.
That's a really good one. I had down you did your number 11. My 11, the one I crossed off last when I got to my 10 was War Machine.
Love War Machine. Sang it.
Because you played it. Yeah. Sang it. And sang it. So yeah, I think that's and then of course the live versions. My favorites playlist, I've got Detroit Rock City, I Stole Your Love, Making Love. But off the Unplugged, got Sure Knows Something, Coming Home, which I think is a way better version than what's on the studio album. Way better. Rock Bottom, same thing. So is it's not on the main Unplugged album, but Got to Choose, that got cut off there, is really great live. Nothing to Lose, when they all get back on stage.
I considered Rock Bottom.
Yeah,
that's a good song.
That live version is great.
Yeah,
it's great. Yeah, so that is top 10 favorite Kiss songs. So right before we came on, we were talking we should probably do our favorite or unheralded song off each Kiss album.
A deep
recommended
cut. Like a deep cut that we thought they should have gotten more.
That's a good one. Each album,
more respect.
Yeah. So pick one off of Lick It Up and do that. So maybe we'll maybe that'll be our next show, or unless we do something non-Kiss, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
But our audience seems to like Kiss, as
Yes.
do the hosts.
As do the hosts.
As do the hosts. Yeah. Well, we did mention the thing coming up in Vegas. So yeah, there seems to be more announcements coming about that show. More guests coming. So we'll see if anything good comes of that.
Well, it goes back to years ago when Kiss was going to have a residency.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then they canceled.
And
Well, they canceled because of the low ticket sales.
Right.
And here they are. It's again, throwing on, Stephen Piercy and Sebastian Bach, and they still have tickets left. And it's a small theater. It's like a 3,000, 4,000 seat theater.
Yeah, well, it's expensive too. As I was listening, I mean, because you've got to buy the hotel package to get the tickets.
Yes.
You just can't go stay in Vegas. You got to stay at the hotel that's hosting it. And then you get tickets with that. The tickets come with the hotel room, basically. And so, yeah, from what I understood, they thought the sales were about where they left, where they would want them. But yeah, I mean, the way it was sort of announced, and it was like, I don't know. And now Paul and Gene have taken it back over and putting it together. If they get a big announcement on there, I think they'll get I think they'll sell that thing out.
Yeah.
If they get somebody there. The
podcast,
like podcast I listened to said what they should do is have Peter Criss there, because he's got a new album coming out as well, and have him be there as part of the show, and that would sell it out.
Oh yeah, that would sell out. Yeah.
That would sell out. So all right, good show, good times. That's our top 10. We'll have this posted. I'll put the albums that these songs came from as pictures in the video when I edit.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back soon. That's our show for today. We thought we could do this one 30. We're still at 47.
Yeah.
Never fails. So, but for Tales from the Cassette today, I am Jeff Beach.
I'm Joey Graves.
Remember to go out and comment and like and share and give us some feedback. I would love to do that. I've been more active on our social posts lately as I'm listening to albums when I'm walking. And so on my X page and on my Facebook page. So just we're driving engagement here. So we need your feedback.
Please.
All right. We'll see you soon.
All right. See you guys.